Judicial Watch has some big news. The court authorized Judicial Watch to depose Hillary Clinton directly on her email conduct with documents relating to Benghazi and how it impacted the people's right to know under FOIA. So for our viewers who aren't really familiar with this or the process, if you could kind of take us back and give us an explainer.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. This is a Freedom of Information Act case that initially sought records for the Benghazi talking points. Remember those talking points that were used to, looks like, lie to the American people about what happened in Benghazi, whether the State Department and Justice Department were part of an effort to dupe the court into shutting the case down before he figured out where her emails were or that she had them. And he also wants to know where the emails are. Where are all the emails? Can we find them? Because the records need to be searched under the law, under the FOIA law. So he granted us some discovery, which means we can gather evidence, get documents, talk to witnesses. And the witnesses just further deepened the scandal in the sense of their testimony told us that Mrs. Clinton was warned 6 times about emails and their, security issues. State Department people knew about her email system, but didn't tell anyone outside the State Department about it. They were keeping it secret. The Obama White House was involved in the cover-up, and they're still dribbling out emails, believe it or not. And the court is frankly fed up, and Mrs. Clinton has given us written answers under oath, but the court doesn't deem that sufficient because they haven't really been terribly helpful. And he thinks that she should come in and testify under oath directly.
Well, if you could remind us and refresh our memory on the talking points, it was they blamed the attacks on a YouTube video.
That's right. It was a spontaneous demonstration in response to a YouTube video, when in fact it was a planned terrorist attack. They knew about it. They were arguably forewarned about it, and they knew immediately it was a terrorist attack, but they told the American people otherwise.
And I saw that here in your press release, you said additionally the court granted Judicial Watch's request to subpoena Google for relevant documents and records associated with Hillary Clinton's email. So what do you expect to find in that?
Well, we don't know, and the court's interested to know what we might find. That's why he granted us the ability to subpoena Google, because one of Hillary Clinton's email aides on the outside, a vendor, allegedly emailed all of her emails to a Google email address. So the court wants to know if there are emails over there that should be just uncovered and produced.
And you have to wonder, I mean, this is taking an incredibly long time to get to the bottom of all this. Like, why is this taking so long?
Because of the obstruction of the Justice Department and the State Department. They don't want to allow us to get to the bottom of this. They fight us tooth and nail. And so the court has to hear both sides of the argument before we get anywhere. And one of the reasons the court's frustrated is because the Justice Department and State Department are putting forward what he called yesterday in his ruling preposterous arguments to stop us from asking questions. And so, when you're in litigation and one side's always fighting, it goes slower.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, look, we were in court it was December, arguing about this very case, Steph, and on the other side were 6 lawyers from the Justice Department and the State Department, and Hillary Clinton's lawyers and other lawyers as well. So the Justice Department and State Department are been defending Hillary Clinton's misconduct and has been trying to stop us from getting answers. So hence the delay.
Well, we'll certainly be keeping an eye on this, and hopefully you'll let me know if you get anything else.
Well, it has to happen within the next 75 days, according to the court order. So Mrs. Clinton and some of this other testimony will take place over the next 3-4 months.
Great. Well, we'll be keeping an eye on it.